All right. The second tip for learning Yoruba. Second tip. So now you started, bro. Now you started. It doesn't really matter where you start out, how you start out. You've started. So you've broken the ice. You've broken the ice, which is it's a huge important part in that. It's probably the most important. It's the most important step, first step at least. So now we're still in the beginning stages. So we're just now we've decided we want to learn it. So we have to. I think the next step I would say is it doesn't even have to be specifically learning Yoruba and the words, the alphabet and stuff like that. Like that's more technical details I would say, that you will get into, but that's coming up. But I want to say, like, especially in this modern day and age and era, like where we have so many social media resources and just media resources in general, you should definitely try to, like, I would say, cultivate an environment in which Yoruba is spoken and in which you can hear Yoruba every day, or you can read Pidgin every day, or you can see it. You can see something about the culture daily at least. Because what I did is when I was on TikTok, I mean, as in general, as Western culture became more as West African culture and Afrobeats became more popular and just became a standard around the world, you started seeing it more in social media. Like, you'd see, Rema dropped a song, Odumodu's dropping this snippet, stuff like that. This song's going crazy. Burna Boy performing at, the African Awards, I forgot what it was called, like the African Grammys, basically, whatever, and stuff like that. And then what I was doing, I was seeing that and I was just liking it, thinking, okay, I like this stuff. This is cool. Nice to see Burna Boy on it. And then I didn't realize until after doing it, I was like, low-key, I'm cultivating, like, when I was liking stuff on Instagram, social media, or Instagram, TikTok. I mean, TikTok about to go, though. That was probably one of the most helpful ones, but I was liking stuff like that. Your social media is an algorithm, it starts communicating it starts responding to you, bro. Like, as you hit something to social media sends something back. There's always a response, request and response, bro. Just like in STEM, bro. HTTP request is an HTTP response, bro. HTTP get, and you get a response, bro. You get something back. You want a resource. So in social media, you're basically, by liking that, you're telling social media, hey, I like this, I like that. And they start spitting out more content like that. And then eventually through that, I was able to cultivate an environment which I see Afrobeat stuff all the time. I see what's going on with Burna Boy, WizKid on Twitter, on social media, or what I keep saying social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. And I hit the comments button, I'll see people speaking straight Pidgin in there, straight Yoruba in there, some of them using accent marks, some not. And from that, you can just read comments and learn so much, bro. So much from that. Even like I mentioned in another video, Nigeria Nation, a social media page that it's basically a page for people in the diaspora that want to learn more and just want to stay with the news of what's going on with Nigeria and specifically, and then what's going on with the pop culture of the African diaspora in Nigeria, bro. Like, it's perfect, bro. That's where it really started for me. That page was huge for me. So that was one of the pages that got catered to me, from starting to like all these comments, liking these videos associated with Afro beats and people speaking Yoruba and stuff like that. And then that's how it became. You got to leverage social media as a resource to cultivate an environment in which you can learn the language and learn the culture. Because learning the language is great too. The culture comes with it too. It's hand in hand, bro. It's hand in hand. They hold hands, bro. They're married to one another. They're like this, bro. You just got to know how it works, bro. And social media is probably one of the biggest resources I've got from it. I can't lie. Like, it's insane. I'm so happy I use it too. Like, that's why I learned so much. Like, una day this, or I go chop rice. I'm going to chop rice. Future tense. I did chop rice. I'm eating rice, which is like present tense. Or it says I done chop rice. I ate rice earlier. You know what I mean? Different tenses. That's all Pidgin right there. And I learned that all from social media. Literally from one guy on social media. Just one person. There's many people that teach many different things. So it's like, leverage social media. That's the main idea, I'd say, for this. For tip 2 for learning Yoruba. Tip 2 for learning African language, man. Leverage social media. Leverage social media. It's a huge resource. I was going to say the umbrella is leverage resources, but leveraging social media, that's one of the first ones I would say. Use social media as a huge resource, man. It's crazy, man. Yeah, I'll get recommended stuff on Twitter about WizKid, I beg there, or no wahala, stuff like that, or wahala there, And then it'll say colon, WizKid's doing this, or Burna Boy's doing that. I'll pop in, I'll read it, I'll see what he's doing, I'll hear them speaking it in the video, and I'll scroll to the comments, I'll read the comments. Like, bro, you have to put yourself in the environment to learn it. You have to see it, you have to breathe it, bro. You have to be Yoruba. You have to be the Yoruba language and culture. You have to be exactly what you're destined to be, bro, for real. So that's just how it is, especially since we're not in Nigeria. My people that are in Nigeria are trying to learn the language. Bro, if you're in Nigeria, it's completely different. Like, if you do that, if you're there, I mean, bro, you will learn the language, like, as you get on, as you carry on there, you know? You're going to learn it. But for people that are outside of it but are still trying to learn it, we have to cultivate that environment through social media. That's one of the hugest resources you can use to learn it. And I've learned so much already. I'm taking a little break right now because I'm doing some other stuff. But I was like, when I get back onto it, that's one of the hugest resources. And I still see it. It's still maintaining what I know. You know, like me or bad, I don't agree. Kofe, me kofe, like, or is it me or fair or kofe? I'm not sure. I actually need to get back on it. But, you know, stuff like that. You know, badun, like have fun. Stuff like that. Verbs, hello, this, goodbye, and pluralizing certain things to your elders. Like, bro, all through social media, a lot through social media. So leverage social media. Leverage social media. That's all I got to say for this. Chop life. It's Shegelan.